My name is Anjali Right now I'm in 11th standard. I stay in Pune. Right now I'm an assistant JFK coach. JFK is an organization which says just for kicks. So it's a football organization. After playing in IDL, then in 9th and 10th, I started becoming the captain. I started leading the teams and everything. And then slowly it used to be like me taking care of the under 10 and under 14 and under 16 girls. So whenever there used to be a problem, I used to take care of them and we talk to them. Then I applied for a coaching thing. So I thought my bhaiya told me कि coaching का ऐसा form निकला है, just try it out. So I thought कि पहली बात तो they won't select the girl as a coach. I always had this thing, if they won't select the girl as a coach, I was like, let's try it out. So I'll fill the form. There were like 5-6 questions. I wrote the answers, and then I was in internship, and I got a message by Abhimanyu Bhaiya saying you got selected. And I was like, why and what? So I'm not very good at with my health and stamina. I was a little scared about that. But then I got selected. I was very happy. So I told my fellows and everything. I was in internship, so they told me that I need to come here for the second round. And I didn't have any idea how to come here because Saturday, Sunday weekends पे था. लेकिन I can't travel alone. They didn't let me travel alone. Second, if I'm traveling, I need to have one of my fellow with me. The fellow who taught me. So I had a lot of fellows here, but the fellow who taught me, one of them was in Mumbai and another was in Nasik. So I was like, अब तो मैं नहीं जा पाऊँगी second round के लिए. Then I cried a lot and I told Nida Didi I won't be able to. So Nida Didi made a form where my fellow need to come and he need to sign, and then Shine Didi वो sign करेगी and then So I called my bhaiya and I was like, bhaiya, ऐसी बात है, will you be able to come? He was like, yeah, I'll be able to come. So from Nasik at morning 4 o'clock he came to Flame, and then 5 o'clock हम लोग signature करके 5 o'clock से हम Flame से निकले, and 6 o'clock I reached the school where I had my second round, and then second round I had to take a coaching training. So I did that and then I got selected for second round. I think maybe it's because they support me so much. And the best part is from our school, I was the one who started the football school. From JFK, I'm the first female alumni coach and I'm the youngest one there out. So I think I'm just inspiring a lot of girls. So my girls, when they see me, they're like, Didi, hum bhi coach banenge. I'm like, yeah, you will. You have to apply for it, you will. I always had this doubt in myself, will I be able to manage? And then at starting, they told me they'll give me under 10. So I was like, okay, they're little kids, I'll be able to handle them. But then they gave me under 16. And I had no idea how to deal with under 16. Plus at the same time, this under 16, I had a match against them last year in JFK finals. So when I entered the school, I was very scared, nervous, will be able to. But then now I realized that it's good that because I'm mature as them, they're able to understand very easily and we're able to make a very good bond with them. Sometimes very difficult, to be around people because they know a lot of knowledge. So there are these coaches who have 5 years experience and I'm the coach who doesn't have 1 year experience at all. When they talk about tactics or when they talk about a lot of drills, I need to actually sit and figure out things ki ho kya raha hai. So I think this is the only year to just learn and explore how it works and how are they making sure football plus leadership. Because when I was a kid, I didn't know my coach worked so much for me. I mean, filling the forms and everything. I used to think coach comes and teaches and go. But right now, I'm realizing, being at his place, I'm realizing we need to fill a lot of forms, life skill banana hai, lesson plan decide karna hai. How can we make sure and the best part is, I'm being part of JFK, right? So I know how a kid behaves. I know how much joy it is to be part of JFK. So when I go in the coaching field and when I'm supposed to teach, I keep on telling them my stories. Our coach used to teach us this way, our coach was this way. So they get connected very easily with me. This year, their main aim is to focus football with leadership. Like how are they going to get leadership from a kid in a football match? When somebody falls in the ground, how are you picking up it? By showing that you're showing respect, you're showing compassion towards the player. But we don't have to tell this to the kid. We don't have to tell कि ये compassion है. We want them to speak it up. We will ask them कि तुमने क्या किया? वो सब words are not main, but the value out of it is main. So every session we make sure कि we are asking kids a lot of questions about it. We make sure कि we are making our kid to reflect on things. We make sure कि they are motivating each other. Maybe, and I think that is going to work out. Like after my GFK, I think that is what is working me. I learn life skill in my matches, and that's what I am implementing in my real life. So if they are learning life skill in their matches, they'll implement it after their 10th or maybe life. People don't know the exact definition कि education होता क्या है, right? We always say कि education is like getting full marks in exams. I think that is education for my school. But when it came to me exposing what is education, it was very different. For me, it was like making myself aware of the values I have, making myself aware of the things around me, maybe just exploring new things. So I think that's why we started this project where we thought कि let's see what different policies government have. So there was this bhaiya who told us about right to education. There's this policy by government, right to education. So we thought of why not let's just go and explore this. So we just went and read about this policy that the government gave 25% seats in every school for underprivileged kids. And we thought it's an amazing opportunity for kids to just go and explore it out. So we just read about it, and then we thought of why not make it as a project. Because I've seen my friends a lot of taking up projects. So I was like, let's make it as a project. So we read about the policies, and then we did surveys. So we made survey form sheets. So we saw what the form exactly needs, like personal information, name of the parents, and then income certificates, and then caste certificate if you're in the caste. So we got that details and everything, and then we made a form. So then we collected a lot of kids from our school, and we went in each of the lane and we did this forms. Like we did surveys, and then we came up with the information and everything. After coming from the information, we had 3 teams. So one was the core team, one was the survey team, and one was the team who was going to take handle of the both teams. So the survey team used to do surveys and come back. The core team used to check the documents, are they right, or maybe who is eligible for it, who is not eligible for it. And the last team, we used to make sure that we are keeping the tracks on time and everything. So this is what we used to do. And then so our main aim was at least 1 kid should get into the school, and then we ended up getting 7 kids in the school. So it was quite difficult to explain people about the policies. Second, when you go to survey people in a house and if you ask their personal information, people are very insecure to tell their numbers and everything. So we used to ask their numbers, and then we were so young. We were not like grown-ups to just go and ask their numbers. So they were not giving us. People used to not trust us first of all कि ऐसा कोई policy भी होता है जिसमें कि जाके बताना पड़े. So but then first, so we just went and filled the surveys जितना मिला उतना. We came back, and then when we called them, so some parents reacted really good. Some parents were very interested about this, whereas some parents didn't even care about it. So we called them again, we had talked with them, we explained them again the policies, and then we made sure that we get one of the kid who got actually admission right. So our school teacher's child got admission by RT. So we brought her kid and we showed कि हाँ ऐसा possible है, हो सकता है. And then so they started trusting us. They saw the kid and they realized कि yeah मतलब हो सकता है admission. क्योंकि पहले तो they was like ऐसे policies तो बहुत आते हैं and ऐसे schemes तो बहुत आते हैं but possible नहीं होगा. Second is they were so happy कि yeah मतलब कुछ fees नहीं pay करना है तो definitely fees pay नहीं करना है, definitely will send the kid. But then yeah, we actually and different problems we faced was the schools were not ready to tell about this. I think it's a school responsibility to tell people कि yeah ऐसे 25% seat होता है, but none of the schools were telling about this. In fact, when we went in the one of the school and we asked them about the policy, they were like ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, बाद में जब आएगा तो बता देंगे. So they were not ready to tell us the policies and everything. I won't name the school. So the girl got admission in the same school. So one of our girl got admission in the same school, and it was I think a big achievement for us to tell the school कि admission होता है. So my mom is a shopkeeper. So everyone who comes in the shop, she keeps on telling about these policies to them. So she used to always tell about these policies to aunties who used to come to the shop for buy vegetables. So last year it was my 10th booth. So last year I wasn't able to fill a lot of forms. But these aunties used to come to my house. They're like मेरे बच्चे का form fill कर दो, क्या क्या चाहिए मुझे बता दो. So by sitting at home last year I filled 4 forms. I think one of the weirdest challenge I faced was this relative of mine. He earns around some 40,000 per month. Acha khasa. He came to me and he was like, I can make a fake income certificate. Can you fill my kid's form by RTE? And I was like, then I realized that people can easily make their fake income certificates. People can easily make their caste certificates. So how are we gonna work on that things? So I told him no, but then this is what happens, right? Policies hai, we made people aware of it, now people are taking advantage of it. There are some people who are actually using it, but there are some people who are taking it for granted. I mean कि हम income certificate पैसे देके बनवा लेंगे और फिर admission हो जाएगा. Nobody is coming to their house to check, no, कि तुम्हारा कितना वो है, income है और कितना क्या है. So that was one challenge we faced कि how are we making sure कि income certificate right है. So for that, I mean, किसी के पास income certificate था and we knew कि हमने service तो हमें community से ही किया है, so we didn't have that much as a problem. But again, we made sure कि they are making this income certificate and stamp लेके आ रहे हैं. So we got a place from our area where they got the stamp and everything. I think the neighbors or maybe the people around them would have seen them saying कि मतलब इनके बच्चे का admission हो गया है तो हमारा भी करा सकते हैं. That impact तो पक्का हो गया है because so one kid stays in my lane itself, so I can see कि उसकी younger sibling है, so she's gonna go by RTE now. उसके neighbors है, they are gonna go by RTE now. So that is the biggest impact. Second, I think when it comes to female, the girls, I think they'll continue their studies because pay नहीं करना पड़ रहा है, right? In my school itself, there were like 9:3 girls and then 9 boys. The ratio was 9:3. And then mostly girls were in Urdu medium or Marathi medium. But अगर girls are going to English medium, then the parents will be like, अगर pay नहीं करना, then it's fine. So maybe the girls are getting more advantage for it. I had one more project called Project MUN, and I think I really need to share about this project because so I started MUN in 5th and I had a problem in pronouncing words. So kids used to do a lot of, like I was bullied a lot in school. Like I used to never speak up. I used to always sit in the last bench and was very scared to even give my attendance. I used to not even say present in this classroom. I used to sit, and then my fellow used to see me, okay, she is present. But then Bhaiya nominated my name for MUN, and I was like, I can't even give speech and debate. How can I go in MUN? And I think MUN really helped me 6th May, 7th May. So I thought ki, I keep on going for MUNs, and then in 8th standard I won a MUN, and 9th May I became a chair for MUN. So I was the first one from TFI kid to become chair. So I leaded one of the MUN, I became the chair, and then I coached a lot of TFI MUNs. And then I thought ki, why not let's find kids like me who has a problem in speaking words, or kids like me who are not so open up and start a project. So in 10th I started a project called Project MUN Darbar, where I found a lot of kids in different classrooms, and I brought all of them together and I used to teach them about MUNs. I used to tell them about a lot of different things in like life and how to deal with, how to read newspaper, simple basic things, how to read newspaper, how to talk front of. So I used to give them topic and I asked them to speak. And then I used to take them to different classrooms. I took them for the KER Chronicles. So I used to take 3 of my kids every week to KER Chronicles and then make them to speak. So they were so happy about it. They were like, Didi, hum yahan jaake bol ke aaye hain. I took them for shout. So I used to take them for little things where I can take them. I think because of that, at the end of the year, 4 of my kids won the MUN, and one of my kids is continuing the MUN club in my school. And 2 of the kids who didn't even know English, speaking English and everything, I am fine with them not knowing English. It's just that you need to have belief in yourself. I'm not working here to be, you need to speak really good English and everything. You learn that basically, but as long as you're believing in yourself. So when I go to school, all these kids are like, hey, Didi is here, let's sit with Didi. They keep on having track on me, Didi, aap kya kar rahe ho? Didi, internship kaise jate hain? KER kaise jate hain? So I think that's the closest project to my heart. The most important, I got an opportunity, so I wanted them to explore the same opportunity. Second was, when I went to MUN, I went to Pune MUN in 6th. And Pune MUN is like all standard kids come to this MUN, from kids from different schools like bishops and all big schools. I felt myself so demotivated. I didn't spoke at all. I was just sitting, and then after the MUN I started crying. I was like, Bhaiya, these kids are so grown up and they speak so much well English and everything. And that's when I realized the gap between us and the reality. like TFI class mein we are the like champions one, we are the best one. But when we go out, the reality gives a very big slap on our face. Because when you see kids like in Bishop schools or kids like in different school, it's very hard to compete with them. But the most important thing is you need to have self-belief. Your self-belief matters more. If you have a self-belief, you can speak in front of everyone and anyone. So I think that is what I realized, and I started the project in my school. I'm like, I need to make them believe in themselves. Because after my 10th, I'll be going out of my TFI classroom. Once they will go out of the TFI classroom, they'll face the reality. So it's very important to make sure that kids like me, who are very scared of these things, face the reality.